Hello everyone, this is TalkingTelly episode 13, where we will be discussing which company is currently winning the streaming wars in Ireland. As always, it's me, Moose Bench, accompanied by Muju, also known as Owen. And,
of course.
Before we get started on this topic, let's just... I feel there are a couple of movies upcoming now in the next month, up to December. There are a couple of movies upcoming. And I just want to just talk about one or two of them and maybe say which ones we will see, which ones we won't see. So have you seen the trailers for The Menu, where Ray finds, with the chefs and they're trying to kill the people that got invited to the chef experience?
No, I haven't seen a trailer for this.
Oh yeah, I thought you did. The one with Anya Taylor-Joy and Nicholas Hoult?
No, I actually haven't seen a trailer for this.
I feel like
this is really weird. No, I haven't seen a trailer for this.
Well, I guess that's off the table. Yeah, I want to see that movie.
Actually, no, I'm reading it now on IMDb, so we can have a talk about it.
Look at the image. It's about it's coming out next month. It's like a horror thriller, black comedy horror is what it says in the title, and it's apparently these well, it's like we just got invited, but these chefs could be cannibalizing us or whatever. So.
Yeah, I'm seeing it now. Yeah, a young couple travels to a remote island to eat an exclusive restaurant where the chef has prepared a lavish menu with some shocking surprises.
Also, is it me or is it Anya Taylor-Joy in literally everything right now?
She pops up everywhere. Like she gets her face in everything.
Her and Margot Robbie are everywhere right now.
To be fair, they look very similar.
No, they don't.
They do.
They do not.
Look at the face shape. 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 They do.
No. Anya Taylor-Joy is very like a lot more defined, a lot more narrow.
Anya Taylor-Joy looks like a doll. It looks like. Do you ever see like them old timey dolls? She looks like one of them. She looks like she's just being puppeteered. That's my conspiracy theory today, folks. She looks like she's like there's strings on her.
So I want to see that movie. Then of course, Black Adam is coming out. So at some point, I think.
At some point, I've seen the trailer for it. It looks pretty decent.
I mean, it's The Rock, so you kind of have to see it. He's been
it's The Rock. You have to see it.
Dr. Fate's in as well. I'm excited for Dr. Fate. Just Dr. Fate alone. I always love him as a character. I just think Dr. Fate's cool. Avatar 2 obviously coming out in December.
I've seen a shitload of trailers for that.
I have to see that. Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda 2. Black Panther Forever.
That's coming out that's in 2023.
Actually, when is Shazam coming out?
2023.
Oh, that's coming out 2023. Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, these are still like a long way away. Apparently there's another Michael Myers movie coming out.
Oh, Halloween Ends.
Which is
won't be seeing it.
How many of them can they make?
I won't be seeing it, folks. No. I will not be seeing that movie unless I am forced. Unless I am dropped at the cinema, cuffed to the chair. I will not be seeing that movie. Along with Ticket to Paradise, another movie I will.
Is that one of Harry Styles?
No, Ticket to Paradise is the one with George Clooney and Julia Roberts.
Oh god, the trailers for that are everywhere.
Yeah, trailers for that are everywhere. I won't be seeing it.
Jesus.
Lord knows, I won't be seeing it.
I thought you talk about the Harry Styles one, which looks also shit.
I haven't even heard of it.
It's Harry Styles and your one from Midsommar. You've seen the trailer.
God. I know one of our mutual friends who would love to go see that movie.
I think she saw it like yesterday.
Dear God.
Don't worry, darling. 34% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 3 out of 10 on IMDb.
Ew.
That friend said it was like funny bad, but that probably means it was just terrible.
It probably, it just looks...
It looks shocking. The trailer is abominable.
It looks terrible.
I really think, and I don't want to be mean, but the actress Florence Pugh, or whatever her name is.
Florence Pugh. Florence Pugh. Florence Pugh. Her name literally is Florence Pugh.
I just think she sucks. She was
her name to Florence Shite.
Because in Black Widow she plays Yelena.
Yeah, she plays she was shit in that as well.
And in Midsommar she plays the main character, and oh my god, that movie is criminal.
She's another one of them people who just pops her head up constantly. Yeah. Constantly.
But not in good movies.
Obviously not in good movies. Obviously not in good movies.
The movies such as The Commuter. That's just us.
Oh god, what are they gonna do? Commute?
Oh my god, it's The Commuter and Liam Neeson is the main fucking guy. Oh.
Let's go.
It's just another Liam Neeson movie where he's on some sort of public transport or a vehicle and he has to kill people on it. Like the time he's on a plane, or the time he's on another train, or whatever he does. Yeah, anyway. So there are a lot of upcoming movies, but yeah. There's also a lot of shows to watch right now on multiple different streaming services. So before we start with these 5 big ones that I have on the screen, let's I know Owen over here has some opinions about Hulu, which he would like to voice.
Hulu, I think we're starting off with the worst one first, aren't we?
yeah, of course.
Hulu had a bit of experience with it recently, and this is what I want to talk about. I've had experience with it recently, and I have to say it is probably the worst streaming site I've ever used in my entire life. It is so bad. It is so bad. I got a week free, and guess they charged me. They charged me for my week free. That's number one. Who charges for a week free? I cancelled it after a day. They still charged me.
Jesus.
They charged me a month subscription.
They got you good.
Like you get a week free, and I was like, oh nice, I'll check out what's on Hulu. They charged me.
Jesus Christ.
I was like, I actually cancelled it after one day, and they still charged me. So that's number one. Number two, it's run like a really bad, dodgy website.
I just
I had to turn on my VPN on Hulu. I was that scared. I was that scared to get doxed. My IP shared with everyone just because I wanted to watch. Goddamn, I don't even know what's on Hulu. I was so upset.
Damn,
I think they got Atlanta. I was trying to watch Atlanta.
And
Hulu is just so bad.
I checked Hulu, and apparently you have to buy a special no ads packet to not get ads. Yeah. Ads on streaming services.
Yeah, they have ads on it.
Oh.
I think that's why it was. That's why I cancelled it, because I went in and it was genuinely run like a really bad, like, you know, like them knockoff sites.
Yeah.
Like you're trying to watch the latest episode of something. You're watching like a torrent website. You're watching it through like someone else. Really badly run, and then ads started popping up as well. And I had to check to see was it the actual Hulu app. Like I went back in the app store and I was like, "This isn't a hacked one, is it?" Like,
yeah. It's like
Bulu. actually, watching something from Cthulhu. You ever watching shit from fucking Cthulhu? Sorry for the curse, but you know, goddamn, all I wanted to do was watch Atlanta with Childish Gambino. Couldn't even do that. So yeah, Hulu is so bad. Hulu is like abnormally bad. Number one, it has nothing on it. It has absolutely nothing on it. There's nothing on Hulu.
If you go on the Hulu website, instantly they're like, oh, get the pack with Disney Plus involved with HBO Max, which means they literally have nothing if they're offering packages with other streaming services.
Packages with other things. The whole reason I got the week free was with Now TV.
I think they have Handmaid's Tale. I think that's the only thing they have. Which obviously I heard good things about, but it's not good.
I heard good things about Handmaid's Tale as well, but
it's not good. It's just one of those things. It's like
we're getting charged.
It's just one of those things that a company made. It's like a company makes a good show and they want to make a service out of it. Like imagine if AMC wanted to make a streaming service out of Breaking Bad, which I think.
Yeah.
I think AMC did try to make a streaming service. Actually, there is an AMC streaming service.
There is.
So They did do that. But they did The Walking Dead, don't they? So
Yeah.
yeah, so I
They had a
guess
couple shows back in the day. So.
Walking Dead, Tales from the Walking Dead, Kevin Can Fuck Himself.
Yeah. Hulu was
Talking Dead.
worst experience I've ever had. Anything. Like, oh my god. That's why I cut the membership after that, and they charged me. For it. So yeah, folks, if you are listening, don't go near Hulu. Just don't. Whatever's on it is not worth it.
We also do some honorable mentions for Paramount Plus, if anyone knows what that is, which is Paramount Studios' version of a streaming service, which I'm pretty sure only has the horrible Halo show, and that's about it. I heard of a guy. Well, I knew a guy who got it on a free trial for some crazy reason, and hated it instantly because there's literally nothing on it. If you go on it, they advertise the Halo show, which is, everyone knows, it's one of the worst shows of all time. iCarly, Clifford the Big Red Dog, Scream, and Transformers.
They really got us there.
So
yeah, Scream and Transformers, good load.
They're really sending out the big shows. So yeah, those are some honorable mention, and Peacock, which of course is some American thing that apparently is shit. But what do we want to start off? Let's just start off with let's go from well, I'll just start off with number 5. I'd say probably the least popular, or the big streaming platforms in Ireland. Well, it is the least popular, and something that I've never had. I don't know anyone who has had it, but I might check out a free trial of it, which is Apple TV. Well, Apple TV Plus, as it's called. Now, the price for Apple TV Plus is very nice. It's a $5 a month, which I'm pretty sure it's that low is because they know they don't have anything incredible on it. But I mean, it's got Ted Lasso, which I do want to check out, which is a show about an American becoming a football manager in England. And it looks funny enough. Oh, and it also has a movie Coda, which I heard a lot of good things about. Apparently, it's a movie that's about a family of deaf people, but one of them isn't deaf. So I think it's like a silent movie. But I heard it's like it won 3 Oscars. Like it won Best Picture last year. I think it's similar to like Moonlight in the societal way. Remember like Moonlight with Mashallah Ali? Yeah, I think it's similar to that, like effects wise. But yeah, it's got a couple of like good stuff, but also has some like Tom Hanks stuff, and it looks interesting enough. But as I said, I don't think it's big enough, and there's no real reason to get it. You know what I mean? It's neat, and you can get a free trial for a month, but it's definitely, there's no real reason to it. There's some Billie Eilish thing as well, so yeah.
Billie Eilish thing.
But the price isn't bad for a month, so I'd recommend. And number 4 is Now TV. Now I'm talking both opinionated and popular wise. Would you agree that Now TV is 4? Like 4 out of the 5. Top 5.
What do you mean? So it'll be number 4?
Well, ahead of Apple TV, but below Disney, Amazon Prime, and Netflix.
Oh yeah. No, I was thinking. No, hold on a minute. Net TV is pretty good.
Yeah, see, that's what I was gonna say. Now TV is pretty good, and
yeah, I was just about to be like, no, hold on a minute.
It kind of pains me to put it that low. The problem, so Now TV is like it's HBO Max doesn't exist in Ireland, which is a shame because I do want to go on HBO Max because it's basically in every other country apart from UK, Ireland, and I don't know what the story is with Germany. The reason for this is because Sky have bought like the like, they bought the rights to show all the HBO stuff, like Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, and Sopranos, The Wire, all these phenomenal shows. They bought the rights because obviously we want to watch them, and all in the UK. However, the deal runs out, like the deal is still active, and it doesn't run out for a bit, if I remember correctly. So we don't have the HBO stuff. Instead, we have Now TV, which is a mix of like Sky stuff as well as HBO and whatever. And Now TV is interesting because the prices themselves, like baseline, without any deductions or whatever, are fairly not great. And the problem with it is it's segmented. When you buy Netflix, when you buy Apple TV, when you buy anything, you get everything with it. There's nothing like, and the content is always the same, no matter the quality. However, with Now TV, there's the entertainment pack where you can watch shows, and separately for that is the cinema pack where you can watch movies only, and then separately for that is the sports pack, and then there's also different versions of each. There's different versions of the sports pack, which it's a bit. I understand the sports part, but I think €12 a month for cinema is very rough. It's not worth it. €12 for just movies or just shows is just, it's way too much.
Yeah, because there's not even much movies. Like there's a good few movies on Now TV, but there's not like. I wouldn't say there's enough.
I think the movies are. I actually disagree. I think I prefer the movies over the shows.
Would you?
Just because, you know the feeling. I don't know about you. I don't have Sky Cinema, but you know the feeling when you have Sky Cinema for like a bit, and then every day you watch the movie because you can, and like there's always a good movie on.
Well, I do have Sky Cinema. I do have Sky Cinema. So,
well, look, it has all the Harry Potter movies. It has Spider-Man. It has Lord of the Rings and all of them. It has Matrix 4. It's got Dune. It's got some really good. I'm joking. Matrix 4, by the way. That's not a good movie. It's got Dune. It's got a lot. I think it's got a lot of really good movies. It's got some nice old movies as well, like Kill Bill, Blade Runner, Godzilla vs Kong, Looper. I think it's solid. The main drawback is the segmented just the whole concept of it is a bit flawed. But on deal, it's definitely worth it. I think currently I have the entertainment bundle on like a deal where I paid €3 a month instead of 12, which is just, I mean, that's great. So, and it has a free trial as well, like Apple TV. The free trial is fairly good as well. Though they do track your IP, I'm pretty sure, because you can't
track your IP.
Or the way they do it is, if you do it on one email and then go to the second one, it won't work. I tried it. They know. So yeah.
It's impressive that they know.
Yeah. So with Now TV, I'd say only get it if A, it's on sale, or B, you just really want to watch something that's on it. I wouldn't get it before checking what's on it. I think that's the most important part. It's not a must-have. It's not a replacement for TV, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like some of the others, maybe. But it's a real 4. Like, I have it, but when House of the Dragon is over, I'm not going to have it anymore, because I have no reason to have it. And when House of the Dragon Season 2 comes back, I'm going to get it again. And then I'm going to cancel it again. So yeah. Now, and yeah, as I said, the prices are a bit whack. So, number 3. Number 3 is a real rough one. Maybe we'll just... when I say number 3 now, I do not mean 3 as in our opinions. This is number 3. I'm saying the factual evidence as of 2021, the third most popular streaming platform in Ireland. And
I think you may have already spoiled it. But,
did I? What is it? Go ahead. What is it?
What is it?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
You said it's Disney Plus.
When did I say this?
You said it when I was like, you were like, would you agree it's number 4? And then you said, well, out of Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, out of Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Disney Plus. That's what the three of them are. Yes, they are. All three of them are in the top three.
I thought you spoiled it. Did
How?
you? Well, tell us now then. Tell us now. Did you spoil it?
Well, I just said them in any order, and then
Well, I didn't. Well. What is it then? What is it?
look, it's the order.
What is it?
But I didn't like.
No.
Just because I say
what is number 3, folks? What is number 3?
just because I said it in that order doesn't mean that you should have interpreted it.
No, it's
like
not the
that.
read, not the lead. Number 3.
So number 3, the third most popular, only by 0.4%. Or like a couple of people is Disney Plus.
Excellent.
Well, I did not say it's
we
third. I said
we knew it to begin with. He spoiled that on us, folks. He spoiled it.
well, you don't know my opinion on it.
Your opinion on it? We don't need opinions right now. You just said that. We don't need opinions.
So, third most popular in Ireland as of last year. And now it's hard to say. We'll get the data when 2022 lands. Disney Plus. Now, we'll talk about all three of them and then we'll give our opinions. So, what do you think of Disney Plus? Because Disney Plus is very, very mixed opinion.
Disney Plus is great for when you're bored.
Mhm.
Genuinely, that is the best reaction I can give it. If you are incredibly bored, like unfathomably bored, go on to Disney Plus, because you're gonna find something. I'm not gonna say stupid, but you're gonna
childish.
Yeah, you're gonna find something wacky to
babies.
watch. Like, has some great shows. Don't get me wrong. It has The Mandalorian. It has Batch. It has Clone Wars all the way through. But it's like the quality of its shows is only getting better.
Well, She-Hulk. She-Hulk. I haven't seen She-Hulk, so maybe you can enlighten us on how good it
I
is.
think my earphones are gone there, mate.
We can hear you.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, I think the quality of its shows are only getting better.
With the likes of She-Hulk and Miss Marvel.
I was talking about the Star Wars shows here. Thank you. I was talking about the Star Wars shows.
Oh, it's the Boba Fett show, yeah.
I was actually thinking of the Angor show.
Well, I mean, we'll see if Angor is good or not. Andor, by the way.
I heard it's gonna be really good. I heard it's gonna be really good.
Andor, not Angor.
I said Andor.
You said Angor.
Or did I say Angor?
You said
Shit.
Angor.
Sorry, folks. Technical difficulties.
Speech
No,
impediment.
the quality of the shows is only getting better unless you go into Marvel stuff. Let me finish it. The Marvel shows are. That's why I'm not surprised it's number 3. The Marvel shows fell off so much. They were so good. For a while.
If Moon Knight really was like the last one.
Yeah, Moon Knight was the last of the greats.
Yeah.
Because now I only go into Disney Plus if I'm unfathomably bored. I was unfathomably bored and I watched the first episode of She-Hulk. And guess what? I wasn't bored enough to watch She-Hulk anymore. Yeah. That's just how it is, folks. It's a great time killer. It is a great time killer. There's nothing spectacular in it. Of course, and unless you're into really badly made, really badly produced, really bad VFX, then by all means, go ahead, watch She-Hulk. It literally looks like FIFA career mode half the time. It looks like a FIFA career mode cutscene. If you're into that, go ahead.
Well,
if not, I'd suggest you go onto Prime or you go onto Netflix.
Now, I just quickly going to say, I don't think Disney is good at all for when you're bored. I'll tell you what I think is good when it's bored. I think the problem with Disney is it's limited. It only really can target an audience. Obviously, it has Star, but they have nothing on Star basically. It's Sons of Anarchy.
No. Star reality TV.
Yeah, it's
pretty much.
Disney Plus.
Like who? Yeah, exactly. It's when you're bored.
No.
No, think about the demographic
No,
of people who watch Star.
yeah,
Think about the demographic here.
Let me. The problem with Disney is it doesn't appeal to enough demographics, like the other two. It appeals to mainly people who A, watch Star Wars or Marvel, or B, kids who watch the Disney stuff, or people who are nostalgic for the animated movies. Oh yeah,
Or
so
people who just really, really, really enjoy
animated
Disney.
Yeah, so and that's it. And people who like National Geographic, I guess.
The select few. I respect them though. I respect them. Look, only commiserations to your brain cells. I respect you.
Yeah, I think only them. And that's the real problem with it, is because it doesn't. Everything's kind of the same. If you get my jive, just Star Wars is very similar to Marvel, and it's the same feeling. Like, I don't know. Like the main reason, honestly, when I had that, I had it, and I didn't renew it. I don't have it now. The main thing I watched was The Simpsons, because I love The Simpsons, and I'd flick it on whenever I'd eat something and watch an episode of The Simpsons. But Marvel fatigue has set in, and like I feel like I've got a Star Wars fatigue as a byproduct of Marvel fatigue. And I just have Disney fatigue. I don't want to go near Disney. It's just too Disney, you know. Everyone knows. However, what I must say is the price, $8.99, is fair. Also, I think 4 devices can have the same account, which is also nice. I think 4 devices at the same time can stream it. You can also do it like a watch party where you watch it with other people at the same time. That's fun, and it's 4K straight away. Something I forgot to mention in Now TV is, I think it's 720p, but it can be upgraded to HD, or there's something called Now TV Boost, which I don't really get what it is. Yeah, Now TV Boost gives you better. How would you say? It makes the fidelity higher, it makes it look better, and you can have more devices. But with Disney, there's none of that finagling. You pay your money, and you have the best quality you can get on 4 devices at the same time, which is a lot, and you can watch your other people. So, price-wise, it's fine, but content-wise, the demographic is too specific, and I think people like us, we don't have a reason to watch it. We don't have a reason to buy Disney Plus. You know?
No, at the moment I have no reason to have Disney Plus. That is true.
Also, a fun fact: apparently, more women stream more than men. And also, Ireland is in the top. It's like it's third on the country with the highest population percentage of one person having at least one streaming service, if you know what I mean.
That's really interesting, actually.
So 63% of people in Ireland have at least one streaming service.
So they have at least one account with their name self. Oh, that was damn.
Yeah.
Over half the population.
Yeah, it's literally 2/3, and that includes all the old people and the babies. Which obviously the babies don't have accounts.
The babies. Well, if you think about it, it's like it'd have to go from you can't set up a streaming service until you're 18.
And the men says 60% of men have it, and 69% of women have it in Ireland. And then there's always that gap. Women have just watch it more than men. And the biggest one is with Disney, where a lot more women watch Disney than men. Because in Ireland, all the girls like Shrek and Disney shit.
All the girls like Shrek. In Ireland, the girls like Shrek.
That's your theory, isn't it?
No, folks.
We don't have to get into it. We don't have to get into that.
Look,
I'm
folks,
just saying,
he's after bringing it up.
I'm
He's
just
after
saying.
bringing it
I'm
up,
just
folks.
saying.
I have a long-standing conspiracy theory, folks. This is going to be a 30-second little blitz
Yeah.
of a long-standing conspiracy theory that any girl between the age of 14 to 34, 14 to 34, folks, has an obsession with Shrek. An unfounded obsession with Shrek, which is all lies. They fake it. They say they love Shrek. They don't love
It's
Shrek.
funny,
That's a lie. It's a lie.
Our good friend Cherry Pepperoni is also a big Shrek fan, and she just sent the chat.
It's all lies. It's all lies. They just say they love Shrek. They just say they love Shrek.
But why?
Why is every girl between the ages of 14 to 34 say they love Shrek? You ask them what happened in Shrek number 3. Are they gonna be able to answer it? No. Even I don't know what
I don't
happened in
know.
Shrek
I don't know
number
a
3.
single person. I don't know a single person that would know what happened in Shrek number 3.
Nobody knows. Yeah, these girls say they love it. These girls say they love Shrek. What happens? What happens in Shrek number 3? There's a Shrek number 4. Is there a Shrek number 4?
Yeah, there is.
I don't even know.
Yeah,
I don't even know.
That's when he goes back in time. He like wishes that or something. It's with,
Shrek literally undergoes Endgame. Shrek literally undergoes Endgame, and you're telling me people remember this?
Cherry's saying that they have kids, but I don't think I don't think the girls aren't talking to have kids, unless they do, which is a bit frightful.
14 to 34.
Whoa.
14 to 34. You're telling me 14-year-olds actually know that?
we don't.
No, hold on a minute.
We don't want to bring up the grim situation that is.
Double statistics, yeah. No, even still, these women out here watching it without their kids.
Oh no! Apparently she meant that Shrek and Fiona have kids. That's what happens in the turns.
Oh. Did you have to look this up, did you? It's okay if you did. It's okay if you did. Nobody remembers the third one. Nobody remembers the third one.
So the second one is just the dragon, yeah?
Yeah.
And with,
I remember bits of the second one, so I can't say I don't remember the second one.
It has the big fat singing lady, and they sing at the end.
I believe so.
Yeah, they sing some song at the end.
Shrek number 2, 3, and 4 are fever dreams.
Shrek
They're literal fever. Number one was
fever.
great. Number one was a great movie. It was a great movie. It's not worth obsessing over. It's like somebody obsessing over cars. Why aren't women obsessed with cars? Do they not like Lightning McQueen? Like why do they love Shrek?
They don't. You're right. They don't like.
They don't.
They don't like Lightning McQueen. He's an unlikable character.
Unlikable. I am quite fond of the Lightning McQueen character.
I don't like cars.
Am I obsessed with him? No. These women obsessed with him for no reason.
Cherry's saying that she didn't look it up and that she's just a big Shrek fan.
It's all based on lies, folks. It's just a conspiracy theory. It's just women like to keep us on their toes, on our toes, and it's just Shrek is just one of like. Oh, you know what? I said it was gonna be 30 seconds. It's gonna be 30 minutes.
Don't
Lord.
We will.
Yeah, we gotta get off this topic. We gotta get off this conspiracy theory, but it still stands. Every girl between the ages of 14 to 34 loves Shrek. That's it.
We'll move on to number 2 in the stats. We're as I said, Disney had I never said. 4.5% of the population have Apple TV Plus. 6.5 have Now TV. 19.8%. Not percentage of the population. Percentage of the people that have a streaming service. Yeah. So out of the 60%, 62 whatever percent it was of everyone that has it, 4% of them have Apple TV, which I never met anyone who had it. 6.5% have Now TV, which I'm surprised because I felt like more people had it. Then 19.8% have Disney Plus, and 20.22% of them have Amazon Prime Video, which is not much more.
No.
I'm not surprised, but I'm surprised and not surprised at the same time because Amazon Prime is good. Let's face it, it's gotten a lot better. It used to be shit when it came out. It
Yeah,
literally
when
had
it first
had
came out,
nothing.
it was a bit.
We made a whole episode talking about how good Amazon Prime is. You know, about its great shows, its countless great shows, and it's got all the Hobbit movies as well. It's got some good movies, mainly shows like Mr. Robot, Invincible, The Boys, The Grand Tour, James Mayo Man in Japan. Just a lot of great shows, which are great. And I'll just give my opinion on Amazon Prime. I really like it, but I think the problem is the original movies are, well, they're kind of ass. Do they even have any? They had that movie with
They have nothing
They had-
spectacular.
they had
if
it
that's what
without
you're-
they had it without remorse with Michael B. Jordan.
That only came out recently, so we
That
can't
came out
really-
like a year ago. Don't even start.
Did it really come out a year
That
ago?
maybe could have been more. It came out in 2021.
Really?
April 2021, over a year ago.
Really?
Yeah, over a year ago.
God damn it! And I was saying, oh, I need to watch that movie at some point. Yeah,
No,
never mind.
They never looked good.
No,
And they were like
no,
advertising it,
I just said I was
yeah.
gonna watch it because of Michael B. Jordan, but yeah, never mind. Never mind.
The movies are crap. The interface has only now gotten better, but it's still a bit whack. Like, it used to be shockingly bad. It was very hard to navigate through the menus. Now they're making it a bit more unique. But the problem with Prime is it's too. I think the reason people watch Prime is not because it's worse than Netflix, even though I'd argue it is. Not because it has less content, even though I'd argue it has, but because I think it hasn't reached out the same way Disney or even Netflix has. I think this year, I don't know the stats, I think Disney has more people watching it than Prime. Let me just quickly check these.
I would argue the same. I believe that definitely this year Disney would have more than Prime. Definitely. Bear in mind, a lot of people would have went back to Now TV for The Boys, the new season of The Boys, but
On Amazon.
just Amazon, yeah. But Disney Plus having more is definitely a possibility. Like, bear in mind, this is gone from 2021.
This is
Is there
UK. Well, in the UK, apparently Prime has 20% more than Disney Plus, so that's actually
Lord.
Snap, so maybe we're wrong.
We can't be wrong. Check the facts.
Go! What are they saying?
We can never be wrong. Check them again. Check them again.
What does the business post
But
say?
Sir, we checked them too many times. Check them again.
I wish it showed the amount of people. Doesn't say. Okay, never mind. It doesn't say. The problem, I think Disney Plus. Everyone knows about Disney Plus. Everyone knows that's where you go to watch the Marvel stuff. That's where you go to watch these specific stuff. But with Prime, what do you go to Prime to watch? Obviously, you go to watch The Boys and Invincible, but the average person doesn't know what Invincible is. Doesn't know. Maybe they've heard of The Boys, but they don't know about this. And since they don't know about it, they also don't know what the genre is. Because Disney has its Marvel, it has its Star Wars, it has its like animated stuff. But Amazon Prime, since it doesn't have a specific genre and it's not as big as Netflix, it's not a household. It's not just as solid as Netflix reputation-wise in the history. I think that's the main reason. Because why would someone get Prime? That's the main question. Well, they have to get it to watch something they want, but they have to find something specific. Because I doubt anyone would get it beforehand. And the only reason I think more people might have Prime is because Amazon itself is a fantastic company to buy shit off of. Because it's so easy to buy anything off Amazon. You go on the internet, bingo bango.
Oh, Amazon is uncomfortably easy to buy stuff
It's
on.
coming to your house. You can order nearly anything off Amazon. What's the point of going to a shop and trying to find a specific nail, a screw, a DVD player, a this or that, a part of your computer, a hairdryer? Like, everything's on Amazon. And then with the free deliveries, that Prime really doesn't come in handy with that. It's a bit of it's a bonus like that. And we're talking on prices. Amazon it's about tenner. It's £8.99, so it's around €10 a month. Which obviously is more than Netflix, but with that you have free delivery and a quick delivery to your house, alongside 4K and 4 devices to watch at the same time. I'd say that's a fairly solid payment plan.
It really is, especially if you're someone buying regularly off Amazon.
Yeah, which is everyone, which is a lot of people.
It's a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people. Like, you'd find yourself buying stuff, like random stuff off Amazon.
It's a batteries, a cable or two. Like that's a why I buy. Like, I've bought a lot of stuff recently that.
Yeah, I buy like charger cables,
Yeah.
power banks. You buy like starting back college, bought stuff. Like I bought a new case for my phone, things like that.
I think if it had here's the problem. It doesn't have any show that's ridiculously popular. You know, because House of Dragon is ridiculously popular. Disney stuff, every show on Disney is ridiculously popular, basically. And Netflix has a lot of bangers. Prime has a lot of great shows. Don't get me wrong. But is The Boys ridiculously popular? Well, no. Like, it's great, and people love it, but it's not. It's no Stranger Things. It's no Squid Game. I'm pretty sure more people watch Witcher season 1 than The Boys season 1 or 2 or 3. Witcher season 1 got a lot of fucking views.
Oh, no. In all seriousness, it did. It got a lot of views.
It was big. And that's a big problem. The Rings of Power was supposed to be the answer to that problem, and well, it's not.
It's not hyped up enough. That's the problem.
I think I've seen a lot of ads for it in Poland. When I was in Poland, I saw a lot of ads for it. I think we could have used some more ads in Ireland for it. I didn't see as much ads as I think. Like even on YouTube now, I get House of Dragon ads, but no Rings of Power ads. And it's like I'm in the target demographic to get both, so I'm not getting money, obviously. On TV, obviously, we sometimes get House of Dragon ads. And now TV, no Rings of Power ads. And what was I going to say? Rings of Power has just been. It's not terrible. I've only seen the first episode, but the general consensus is it's not terrible, but it's good.
That's not great for
but that
Lord of the Rings.
This is the highest budget show of all time. Like more than Game of Thrones, more than House of the Dragon, more than I don't know, Squid Game.
More than Squid Games. The man really just said more than Squid Games. Dear Lord, folks, that's when you know it's serious. It's more than Squid Games.
No one knows the exact cost. People said 1 billion, this and that. It's not 1 billion, but allegedly the first season cost around 462 million euros, which is a lot. Season as Game of Thrones season 8 cost 90 million. 90 million, and the Rings of Power cost 465 million. That just shows it's the visual effects, because basically the whole show is just visual effects.
I heard it's like a trip to watch.
It was weird because episode 1, the CGI is very weird because it's you see a character like Gladriel. She's climbing this ice cliff with ice pigs on it with her boys, and basically as they're climbing, it looks spectacular. The cliff looks great, her face looks great, but to me, it looked like a video game cutscene. It looked like the best video game cutscene I've ever seen in my life, and I'll probably ever see. But that's what it looked like. You know, I couldn't help shaking it. I looked at her face, and I'm like, that's not. Like, that looks so good, but that's just not an actress.
Her, yeah, it's just
Which is very weird to say. Because I never experienced something quite like it. Because it's not like CGI in a Marvel thing where, you know, it's good, but how do I say this? It's weird because it looks like a video game cutscene. I've never had that in my life. The way, I don't know, maybe it had higher frames. I don't know what it did, but it just felt a bit off. Rings of Power not being the hit show that they wanted it to be, which I don't think it ever had the chance, because the second it's Lord of the Rings, it's instant controversy because so many people don't want anything else with Lord of the Rings. And show
no, it's more people. It's more fans are scared.
Yeah,
Which, to be honest, it's,
rightfully so.
Yeah, it's rightfully so. Like they're scared that
It's going to go
the trilogy and the games they love are going to be tarnished by this new show. And I'm not going to say Rings of Power because I haven't watched it yet. Look, I haven't.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it's going to tarnish it because we don't know. It could be great. It could be a great show.
Like everyone's saying, like Rotten Tomatoes 85%, IMDb 6.9. Like even on Wikipedia, basically people are saying it's okay. People are saying that, like, visually it's great, the pacing's a bit off, and it's just okay. And I'm just...
Do you really want that for a show that's just okay?
Yeah, it's just no.
Like, do you really want that for, like, a Lord of the Rings style show? Like, do you really want just...
Yeah,
it's okay.
Like, it's like, you don't want it to be a show that you, like, oh, you're like, oh, I'm gonna flick out. It's like, no. You want it to be better, but...
Yeah, you literally want to be glued to your seat,
Yeah.
Oh, I need to watch the next episode, not like a... Was good,
Also, House of the Dragon viewership is I'm pretty sure it's slapping it right now. House of the Dragon is averaging... Yeah, here we go. So House of the Dragon is averaging 29 million viewers per episode. And it's rising. It's rising.
Lord.
And by the way, that's season 6 of Game of Thrones had 25 million. Season 7 had 32.8, and season 8 had 44 million on average.
You're telling me it's already rising above.
So it's already hit season 6, and it's climbing every week. So it's got to surpass season 7 soon. And look, those are huge numbers.
Well, yeah, they're catastrophic numbers. Like they're. Like that is like for a show straight off the bat.
Yeah. While Rings of Power on the first day it didn't get 25 million views. Like that's a lot. Like we're not discounting that. It's still huge. But it's not going up. It's going down. Like a lot of shows, the general trend of average show, I'm not talking successful or unsuccessful, the average show has the first episode, let's just say the first episode has 10 million viewers, then the second one has 8, the third one has 7, then it stays around a 6, maybe a 5 for like an episode, 7, and the last episode might have like an 8, or if it's a great one it might have 12, but rarely does. Most people watch the first episode, you know what I mean? Most people don't want to watch more. They just want to check it out and say, I've watched it, I've heard of it, like me with this. Most people just watch the first episode, and it's only going down, which, for the cost, it cost $340 more million to make. And they're getting less views. It's not good.
It's not great from now.
And obviously it's Amazon.
After hearing it like that, it's
obviously it's Amazon. They have an infinite wallet, so they don't care about this. They don't. With Amazon, what they can do is just all they want is for it to be liked at a threshold, if you know what I mean. Like, if season 3 is good and people are like, alright, this is good, then they don't care if they spend millions to get it to that point, Like, they'll spend, the people are trying to run 1 billion a lot, and I'm pretty sure that's because that's how much it's gonna cost for the first couple of seasons. Amazon aren't gonna care if they throw 1 billion at it, because obviously if it flops they're gonna care, obviously. But if people are like, yeah, it's good, they'll like it because it's Amazon. Like, they just can't, you know.
It's a scary idea.
It's scary.
It's a scary idea.
It's scary to say that. I'm not. But,
hey, let's just flunk $1 billion at this show and
like,
hope people somewhat watch it.
On IMDb, House of Dragon has an 8.7. Wait, average. While Lord of the Rings has 6.9. And that's a big swing.
That is a big jump. You know what? It's almost like the Haaland Nunes debate at the start of the season. I hate to bring it back to football, folks, but
Alright, now.
yeah, this is literally the difference between Haaland and Nunes here.
Yeah. We've talked about, of course, the other four, but the most popular in Ireland, like 36%, at 56%, is Netflix. So that's half of the people in Ireland who have a streaming platform, over half have Netflix.
Rightfully so, I believe. Rightfully so. Netflix has literally anything anyone could want on it, and more.
Netflix is, since it's at the top, it's always going to get bashed the most. And since its stock is going down hard for the last while, like it's been only going down for ever since 2021. It's only been going down. Now actually it's getting a bit up. Ever since they started crashing there, when they announced all these very aggressive pricing plans later on, and the whole account things, it's been going down. And it's been bashed a lot lately. People are always shitting on it. It's still the best. You can't argue with that. It's got a ridiculous amount of great shows, original shows. It's got a ridiculous amount of other great shows that are not original. It's got a ridiculous amount of good movies, original and non, kind of stuff, original and non-original. And it's Netflix. Like, it is. Everyone knows what Netflix is. It's got the legacy. It's got the reputation. It's like everyone has.
It's literally it's a staple.
Yeah, like Netflix.
It's not a streaming service anymore, folks. Yeah. It's not a streaming service. It's quite literally just a staple. Like, it's a staple in every home. It's literally like every home you go into is gonna have Netflix.
It's literally like you're paying the water, you're paying the heat, you're paying the electricity, and then you're paying for the Netflix.
Like, I know more people nowadays who don't even they don't have like television boxes.
Yeah.
They don't have like TV boxes. They just have streaming services because it's cheaper for them.
That's the new
thing. They have their Wi-Fi modem.
Yeah.
And then they have Netflix.
That is just a new thing right now. What's the point of getting it if you just have Netflix? And that's what I think Netflix shines in, which everything other streaming service doesn't. Is if you're bored, like you said, you would go on Disney Plus.
That's if I'm unfathomably bored. Like, if I'm bored of Netflix. That's what I'm saying.
If I'm bored, let's just go on Netflix. Netflix has if I'm bored, Netflix will just have something that I need, and no matter what it is, you know, it doesn't matter if it's a great documentary, a thriller, a horror movie, a great show, like a detective thing. It doesn't matter what it is, Netflix will have it, and they'll have, maybe not all of it will be great, but there'll be one great thing in every genre, I think. You know, I'm not saying every single original they pump out is god tier, because no, the problem with Netflix is they don't pump out a lot of shit. They have, but that's the reason to their success. They just pump out a lot of shit, and then one of it sticks, and all of a sudden you've got a great show or movie. And even just recently, like a while, like a couple of weeks ago, I felt like watching something, but I didn't really want to start anything heavy. I was already watching a different show, and I started watching Narcos. And Narcos is just so good. Narcos is great. And I just flicked it on, and I'm watching like normal TV now. I actually don't watch normal TV anymore. Because I don't have any reason to. I sometimes flick it on, and I'm like, oh, what's on Film 4? What's on Channel 4? What movies are on? and they're not good anymore. Like, I don't see any good movies on Film 4 anymore.
No, it's very difficult to find anything decent.
And I'm talking like Friday evenings, Saturday, Sunday evenings, and I'm not seeing anything good. I'm seeing some random indie films that are not good. And I'm very disappointed. And Netflix just has it all. I mean, obviously they use the layout, the interface.
You're never gonna be bored
Yeah.
with Netflix.
Yeah.
There's always something.
The only caveat of Netflix, which I start to say, is the pricing. For the normal thing, price of $8.99, of course, but the quality is not 4K. It's not 1080p. It's not even 720p. It's 480p. That's for the first package. And let me tell you, that's abysmal. I'm talking, this is like some 2007 shit. Like, this is like you're watching Breaking Bad season 1 on Netflix on the first package, and you want to cry how awful it looks, because it does look awful. The second package, at $12.99, but so you can watch it on 2 devices, and it's 1080p. It's more reasonable. It's similar to Now TV, except you get everything. But Netflix, if they want to stay at the top, they should do better with the pricing, especially when they announced all this crazy account locks and like things they announced a while back. And then for 4K and 4 accounts, it's €18 a month, which is ridiculous. That is way too high for any streaming service to have.
You see, the problem is, like, of course, I'm not taking away from the 18 quid. It's atrocious. That is so much money for a streaming. But at the same time, they're the only streaming service who'd get away with it.
Yeah.
Like, can you think of any other streaming service which would get away with 18 euro and people would still pay it? And they'd give out about it. Doesn't mean they're not gonna not pay for it. If you're that obsessed with the quality, like, you will pay for that.
Yeah.
Like, Netflix could raise their prices right now, their standard service, to $20 a month. People would still pay it.
People would still pay it, but wait.
It'd be crazy.
The reason we're talking about is worse is because Netflix is currently the king. That doesn't mean they'll be the king in 10 years. This is a very malleable environment we're in right now. Netflix is dropping hard, and obviously they're popping off with.
I don't know about that one.
What about Blockbuster? Blockbuster was the best thing up until Netflix came along, and then 20 years later, fucking kids don't know what Blockbuster is. People say that for years.
It's like.
No, it's not different at all. Netflix have a monopoly, and they're not willing to adapt. Obviously, they're popping up with some good shit, but if they don't adapt enough, if they don't rise to the competitors quick enough, then they'll just be left in the dust. Obviously, now Netflix is huge. Another thing, as I said, is the legacy. It's, why get someone else? I already have Netflix. I don't need X or Y. However, if Netflix go ahead with their plans, where the account sharing plans, where apparently, I don't remember what the percentage was, but a ridiculous amount of people are account sharing, like every streaming service, as you rightfully should. Netflix, to save their because of COVID and because of the inflation, to save their quarterly income, they decided that they're going to change it around so you can't share it anymore, and they're going to introduce a verification way to stop you from watching it if you're not the one paying for it. If they do that, it could be the beginning of the end for Netflix. And I don't say that hyperbolically. I'm not saying they're gonna instantly collapse, because they won't. But if that happens, the other companies are gonna pounce instantly. I'm talking like PlayStation on Xbox, when Xbox said no game sharing, and they just start making campaigns about how they can game share. And look how fun I have playing PS4 with my mate. Here, look, I'm handing him the disc. Now we can both play. I'm looking that type of shit. I don't know if you remember that ad.
You see, no, look, it's I don't think Netflix are gonna drop
Its
in
stock.
the next 15.
Its stock was valued at $698 October 2021. Now it's valued at $236. That's a $460 reduced drop in a year. In less than a year actually. Cause in October it'll be a year. That's over a 50% drop. That's ridiculous.
Think of like it's hard to deny facts when you literally cut it down by 2/3. It's hard to deny facts, but at the same time, Netflix itself is a staple in homes.
Yeah.
Blockbuster wasn't a staple.
Well,
Blockbuster was not a staple. Would you consider Blockbuster a staple?
in America.
Something you'd go to every single day.
In America, yeah.
Even in America, people would go to it once a week. They'd get their movie once a week. Bear in mind, it was a $5 to rent the movie, or $5, I should say. That was the standard rate to rent the movie at the time. Of course, if you want to watch a brand new movie, you'd go to Blockbuster. You'd rent it out. The likes of Netflix is always going to have a hold over some people because the demographic is just so big. Like, it's like, even I think in the next 10, 15 years, Disney and Amazon and Now TV are going to be pouncing on the new movies, pouncing on bigger budget shows, bigger, better shows. But Netflix is always going to have a staple because it's always going to appeal to some people. It's always going to bring out an underrated show which people will enjoy.
It went down by
Or it's always going to bring,
65%.
or it's always going to bring movies back which people are going to enjoy.
I don't think it'll ever die, but it can definitely. I'm afraid Netflix can easily recover from this. I'm not saying it can't, but I'm afraid what's going to happen is the board are going to come together and they'll be like, we can't. We just had a huge stock crash in the last year. We need to do something drastic, and then they'll change the count sharing, or they'll raise the prices, or they'll remove this, or do that. It has some good shows. Cyberpunk Edge Runners. People on Reddit are going crazy about that show. The Cyberpunk anime. People love it. It's got 100%.
I heard it's supposed to be really good. Actually, I heard it's supposed to be really good.
100% on Rotten Tomatoes and on, which obviously is Rotten Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes is IMDb is better than Rotten Tomatoes. Cyberpunk's player count is ridiculous now. It's the most played single player game on Steam. And it has and every day it's getting bigger. It's got right now currently there are 60,000 people playing Cyberpunk live.
Good lord!
This is how do I check? In last year, it's never been this high. As in the highest January. How do you say? It's 86,000 now. The average was 14. It was at 14 for months. Then it went to 28. Literally. It went from August 29th, 40,000. September 5th, 28,000. September 12th, 85,000. Like, the day after the show came out, it got an increase in 60,000 people playing the game. You know?
Tell me now. Actually, I honestly don't know much about the Cyberpunk anime. Is it based on 2077 or is it based on the original?
It's based on 2077. The original.
Based on 2077.
The original is a board game.
It still doesn't mean there can't be a show based on it.
Well, no, the main character in the game is like the main character in the show, I'm pretty sure.
No, because
obviously the 86,000 is nothing in comparison to when Cyberpunk first came out, and it was 830,000. But yeah. God, that's crazy. Just think about it. 830,000 people played it on Steam at one point is ridiculous.
on Steam, no less. On Steam.
You know what I mean.
No, I get you. I get you. It's still like, I think Netflix it just thrives with stuff like this. It just thrives with like.
What is do you know how do you say? I don't know how to say the analogy. The sharks are coming up. The animals are they're sniffing weakness.
Oh, the
And
shark smell blood.
yeah, they smell blood. They're sniffing weakness, and they're ready to pounce. Obviously, Amazon flopped when Rings of Power, and their pounce has turned into a weak slap. But
Yet again, Amazon, they're not gonna win with one show. They can't, because people are gonna watch the show. Yeah. But as soon as that show is gone, like we said with Disney Plus.
What they need is that huge influx. No, Disney doesn't have any. It's too focused on one thing. Amazon has a lot of good stuff, but none of it's huge. What Amazon needs is a show like Squid Game to bring everyone in, and then everyone else can watch The Boys and Invincible and watch all these other fantastic shows on it. It needs either Boys season 4 and 5 to go crazy, or it needs to get a show to elevate all the other shows by proxy.
I would agree with you there. Yeah, I can't find any faults in that statement.
It would
Other
be
than,
just
like-
a huge banger of a show, which I mean, obviously you can't say before. You can't predict a wave. No one predicted a Korean show about Korean Hunger Games would suddenly become the most popular.
Yeah,
thing
it
in
would
the
become
world.
the most popular show.
Literally
Nearly of all time. Nearly of all time, the most popular TV show.
Literally overnight.
Yeah, it was just one of the things which just blew up.
See, that's the thing
I
about
feel
Netflix.
like that's
Netflix has the ability to make. Now,
the most insignificant shows, like a show, like literally Korean.
what I wanted to say
it's-
was,
yeah,
but
Korean show just blow up.
I'm not going to say Squid Game is a bad show. I've already watched episode 1. I thought it was okay.
Oh no, I watched all the Squid Games. Really, really, really good show.
I heard the ending was weird, but
Ending was weird, but it was still a sublime
what
show.
I
Like, it
wanted
was
to say
still
was-
really good.
Bird Box. Remember how huge Bird Box was?
A Bird Box is so
That's
bad.
a joke of a movie. That's a joke.
But people
of a
still
movie.
loved it.
Yeah.
People, no. I think that was because of COVID. To be fair, I think people milked that show. They milked that show. They were like, the show movie. Sorry. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. They milked the movie. It was such a bad movie. Really, really bad movie, and people loved it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought of show there. I'm currently looking through the Netflix list right now. But yeah, I don't know why people loved it. Yet again, it popped off. It just popped off.
I'll tell you the biggest
Oh,
shows in Netflix. So I don't know if this is Ireland or just in general, but it's just so this is I think in general. Alright, so obviously Squid Game number 1, 1.6 billion hours of watched. Stranger Things number 2, with 1.3 billion. It's not far off. Then Money Heist number 3, with 792. Then
No surprise.
these are seasons. Oh, so Stranger Things season 4. So Stranger Things combined, and then obviously bigger than Squid Game. Bridgerton 4, 5, Money Heist 6, Stranger Things, Lucifer. Witcher season 1, 540 million hours. It's the 10th highest, and it was season 1, and it was The Witcher, and season 2 was 484 as well. If season 2 was decent, it would have slammed it. But since it was so bad, it was lower.
Yeah, it was so bad.
Netflix have a lot of ridiculous, I'm talking Sex Education, 13 Reasons Why, Ozark, Inventing Anna, all these shows that are just humongous. Lupin, all these.
Think of even shows they didn't make, but they have on Netflix right now. Think of the likes of
Skins,
Dairy Girls. Think of the likes of
Sherlock.
Superstore. You got. I'm trying to think of other shows.
Black Mirror.
The Office.
They only
Huge.
made
The Office
last
is
season.
huge.
Last season of Black Mirror. Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders huge.
Always
Top
Sunny.
Boy huge.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Everyone watches that, and they watch it on
Sunny.
Netflix.
I feel like it's just Netflix is just one of them things you can't get rid of. You can't get rid of. And I feel like it's going to be the same in 10, 15 years time. It's going to evolve, sure. Disney and Amazon are only going to get better.
Yeah.
Unless they bring out an app unless they bring out in the future, like I'm saying, 20 years time, big time corp decides, why don't we just combine all these apps together into one?
See,
that's the only way I see
legally
Netflix
you can't do that, but of course companies do that.
No, but I mean, like, they've either find a means to work together.
Let me explain it. As in, Cherry's saying that Netflix keep cancelling great shows like Mindhunter and focus on filler shows. But Netflix, the problem with Netflix is they can do that. And that's the scary.
They can.
They drop Mindhunter, they drop Mindhunter, which like a lot of people love that show. You know, the next season's not coming out. Same with Daredevil. But then bang, they pump out Cyberpunk. Like Mindhunter had 2 seasons, you know. It didn't have 5, and they canceled. It had 2 seasons. They pump out another Cyberpunk. It's equal. They put out season 2 of Cyberpunk. It's gonna be bigger than Mindhunter. So even though they do have a tendency to drop shows that there is a big or small or cult following, they just can't because bang, out of the blue, Netflix would not. Obviously, there's Better Call Saul, but it is a Netflix thing, but it's also not a Netflix thing at the same time.
You have to. Think
before that,
though.
it did what did it like? No one knew that Cyberpunk was gonna be good. It was just like, oh, Cyberpunk, that's an anime, and now it's everywhere. Everyone's watching it.
That's the thing though with Netflix and big flagship shows.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're cancelling the likes of Mindhunter because they're cancelling a smaller demographic show.
Yeah.
Like it might be an amazing show, but it hits a smaller demographic compared to the likes of, I think Cobra Kai has a season 4.
Yeah, Cobra Kai is huge.
Cobra Kai is huge because it appeals to everyone.
Yeah.
It's a proper, like, I'm not being bad. I've watched 2 or 3 seasons of Cobra Kai. It's a proper NPC show. And the whole reason I call it an NPC show is because
basic.
It appeals to a very broad demographic, and from a business standpoint, it's a lot better to pump out a show like that, which people will watch. They'll sit down and watch it. Doesn't matter what their age, what their color, what their race, height, weight, anything. They'll sit down and watch it. Compared to the likes of Mindhunter, where you'd get, it's not suitable for kids.
Yeah.
Most adults would be unsettled watching it.
Slow burn, detective, intense.
Yeah, it really appeals to like an 18 to 35 demographic. Not saying Cyberpunk appeals to young kids or older adults, but because it's a lower budget show.
Since it's the anime genre, everyone's watching it.
Yeah, it's anime genre, and
the
demographic it appeals to is bigger than the Mindhunter demographic. There's a lot of people watching anime. There's a lot of people watching anime.
You say,
and there's a lot of people who play video games.
Cherry, you say Emily in Paris. Are you saying that's filler or that's cancelled? I'm pretty sure it's not cancelled, but I'm pretty sure Emily in Paris was also one of its bigger shows. Let's think about Netflix. It makes these okay shows that are like mid ridiculously popular because it's just the way its UI is fantastic. When you pop in, she's saying Emily in Paris is a filler NPC show. Its UI is you come on Netflix and the way it shows look at this show that's coming out, top 10 in Ireland, great, it's great at catching your attention. Oh, I can watch this. Oh, I can check this out. It's really good at catching your eye, and it's impressive. And you have a show like Emily in Paris with some random woman. And
you have to think though. Yeah. Emily in Paris, it appeals to a very wide demographic.
It's a woman in Paris.
Look, it's a woman in Paris. Yeah, you're gonna have 14-year-olds sitting down to watch Emily in Paris. You're gonna have 40-year-olds sitting down to watch Emily in Paris. Are you gonna have 65-year-olds sitting down to watch Emily in Paris? Most likely, they could sit down and watch Emily in Paris. Are they gonna sit down and watch Mindhunter? No. That's just the truth. That's the Netflix truth. Great shows like Daredevil, just the demographic wasn't big enough because most people who want their superhero action fulfilled would go on to Disney Plus.
Yeah.
it just doesn't work. And Disney Plus are bringing out the Daredevil show again, and it probably won't hit the heights Netflix did, because it will try and reach a wider demographic. It will try and, subvert itself so that it's friendly for kids. Daredevil season 1, 2, and 3 weren't suitable for kids.
So you're saying it will or won't be bigger?
It won't be. It won't be as big.
It will. It definitely will be bigger.
Well, no. It'll be as big, but it won't be as big as in as good. I mean.
Oh, it won't be as good, but it'll be bigger. It'll definitely be bigger.
Yeah. It'll definitely be bigger, but it won't be as good. Like, it won't be like. It's hard to say. It won't be as like defining.
In Cobra Kai season 5 came out, so like they're going strong.
I think it was season 4.
It's 5.
I believe it was season
it's 5.
4.
Season 5 just came out right now.
Season 5. Oh my god! You see, that's a show. They just pump it. They can just pump that show.
And season 6 has basically been confirmed.
Yeah, it's
pumping.
It's just shows like that. It just hits a demographic.
Yeah.
And as soon as they find that market, it's bang. They just milk it.
It's hard because Netflix are.
Would you blame them though?
The problem with Netflix is the profit turnover is a big problem, because Netflix don't have anything else. Because Amazon is Amazon. It doesn't matter how good or bad they're doing. They're always going to be putting money into Prime. Disney is Disney. I'm pretty sure it's the richest conglomerate in the world beside Amazon. They'll also have infinite amount of money basically forever, and they can just dump it into Disney. Netflix only have Netflix, so they need to do well, and if they do badly, then how do I say? Yeah. If Amazon does bad, it doesn't matter. If Netflix does bad, it matters. For every step that if Netflix takes one step back, Amazon takes 2 steps forwards. If Amazon takes 1 step back, Netflix stays the same.
Yeah, that is a good way of putting it. So Amazon doesn't need to ensure success
Amazon,
with its streaming platform, because it's always going to have other means of income.
Yeah.
Netflix needs to ensure success. It needs to ensure...
That's the problem, because it needs to be profitable. As it's a company, it needs to be profitable. And it needs to make money, but if it's spending these crazy amounts of money making these shows and then cancelling it, it could be a problem. That could cause them to use drastic means to make money, which will disincentivize customers from getting it. But apparently, recently Netflix is trying to pump out these big movies like Red Notice and...
The Grey Man came out recently.
Yeah, the Grey Man.
Has anyone seen the Grey Man? Has anyone in the chat seen the Grey Man? I haven't seen the Grey Man.
I haven't seen the Grey Man, but apparently people are watching it because it's in like people just watch this shit.
No, there's been things going around. This is ever since Netflix first came out. Yeah. They actually purposely put things in the top 10. Like, let's just say...
I'm not talking top 10, I'm talking like stats. I'm talking
stats
pure cold stats.
I thought you meant like in the trending now.
No,
you have the Grey Man on
Netflix.
Netflix. And I was thinking... Maybe they're just including that. Maybe Netflix are just including that. But if it's cold hard facts, I can't.
So, Irishman had 14 million hours viewed, yeah? Grey Man had 245 million. It's the fourth most watched movie in Netflix history. Sorry, 253.
Lord, people are actually tuning in to watch it?
Number 1 is Red Notice. And that was only big. You stick in Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Gal Gadot, and Ryan Reynolds, everyone's gonna watch that movie. I haven't watched it. I don't know who the fuck's watching Red Notice, but clearly everyone. Then
I have not seen Red Notice.
No. Number 2 was Don't Look Up, an actual gun movie that my dad saw, and everyone is saying is very good. It's like a satire comedy of how scientists are not listened to.
Actually, I watched Don't Look Up.
Yeah.
I watched Don't Look Up. It was a really good movie.
Yeah. Don't Look Up 2nd, and 3rd is Bird Box, and 4 is Grey Man. They've hit, and Enola Holmes is high, and all these shit movies, and Spencer Confidential, which looks terrible. They're gonna be...
Spencer Confidential, I think I watched that one as well, with the family.
I saw my dad watching it a couple of days ago, and it looked awful. It's got Posey though in it. It's about.
Actually, I did see this. I
It's
did
Mark
see this movie.
Wahlberg, Post Malone.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg. Yeah.
God, I don't like Mark Wahlberg. He's so generic.
Mark Wahlberg is a proper NPC actor. He's a proper NPC actor.
But he can pull out a good movie, which is scary.
Pull the Pain and Gain.
Pain and Gain is such a good movie.
Pain and Gain is such an underrated but amazing film. It's probably one of The Rock's best films. I really like The Rock in that movie.
I think Mark
Also got Falcon as well.
Yeah.
Falcon was great in that movie too.
Yeah. Pain and Gain is just such a good movie. Like.
Completely underrated film. Completely underrated film. I don't think people talk about it enough.
I don't think
How
anyone
good of a
talks
movie
about it.
That and you know what I watched recently?
Yeah.
Whiplash. Watch Whiplash again.
Oh,
Like bear in mind, I didn't
Mark
see the movie.
Wahlberg is not in
Like,
Whiplash.
what is it?
Mark Wahlberg is not in Whiplash.
No, he's not in Whiplash. No, I'm just saying in general underrated.
You know what's funny? I was going to ask you, do you want to watch Whiplash? Because I'm just watching. I have never seen it in full, but I've watched a lot of it on YouTube.
Oh no, I watched Whiplash recently. No, not recently. Like a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. Seriously good movie.
Yeah,
Seriously good movie.
I have never watched it in full, but just watching the clips, the clip of the last scene, or even when he's like, not quite my tempo, and you're just so on edge, and you're waiting for the next line, and it's just so good. Miles Teller is such a good actor.
Yep, Miles Teller. Like
we know
you
J.K.
feel-
Simmons. We know J.K. Simmons is a great actor, but Miles Teller,
yeah,
he's really good.
yeah. Miles Teller. He drops everything for the dream. Drops like you get so invested in the movie.
Yeah.
I don't think YouTube videos would do it credit. Honestly. But like we were talking about Mark Wahlberg there, he's a real NPC actor.
I really want to see Top Gun 2. I really want to see. I never saw it in the cinemas, and I just really want to see it.
I haven't seen it either. I haven't seen it. I heard it's supposed to be really good.
Yeah, I heard it's just a great, and it got 1.4 billion in the box office.
Good lord. Good lord. 1.4 billion. Now bear in mind folks, we were going crazy of the Morbius
Oh.
the Morbius turnover. Yeah. We forgot about Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah. So in the end, in the end, you can probably tell by the way we're talking about it. Netflix number 1, Prime number 2, Disney number 3, now 4, and Apple TV 5. And
Sounds about right, folks. Sounds about right.
like Disney is 2.
Honestly,
Disney
yeah,
is 2.
preference wise,
Yeah.
it goes right.
Disney has a
What about
2
you?
now. Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, okay.
Like now, like Apple TV is Apple TV. Like who's watching that? Now TV, the prices are too black, and it only has a couple of specific stuff. Disney Plus, it's just the target demographic is too niche. Even though it can be as popular as ever, people will. Like not everyone's gonna watch Marvel movies and Star Wars movies. And Prime is the opposite, where it has a lot of great stuff, but it isn't as big. And then you have King Netflix. You know, one could argue if you look at the way I've put the on a little thumbnail, Netflix is number 1 at the left, the biggest. Then you have Prime and Disney, and then Now TV and Apple. Do you see the way I arranged it?
Well, folks, you already spoiled it for me. Folks, if you were paying attention at all, you know you spoiled it. From the
If you
start.
really looked at the video, you would have already understand that I spoiled it completely. Yeah. Little Easter egg there. Yeah. Well, a subconscious Easter egg.
Subconscious Easter egg. An Easter egg we reveal at the end of the podcast, folks. If you copped on it all, you'd realize.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
All I can really say is, all hail Big Time Corpse.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch more.
I never got to say why they can't. So well, obviously it's so the way it works is I know this from thing, but the way it should work is that let's say there are two companies that are rival each other, and let's say two companies look in this. Let's say Netflix is rivaling all these four other companies like they are, logically, Prime, Disney, Now TV, and Apple TV would form into one megacorp and just destroy Netflix. But that's illegal because I don't remember the word, but it's like you can't just combine to beat someone, if I remember correctly. Actually, oh no, I think it's
No, it's something
sorry,
like you can't.
no wait, I've got it wrong. What it is let's say Prime Video was like, alright, we need more British shit. We need let's say Prime was like, alright, we need House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones and The Wire and Sopranos. We need more stable and legacy shit. They can't just buy HBO because, well, they shouldn't be able to buy HBO because it's a rival, and you can't just buy your rivals. But it's Amazon, so they would be. You know what I mean? Like, let's say Prime had the money to buy Netflix, and they were like, "Alright, Netflix, we're gonna buy you," and now it's gonna be Prime, Amazon, Netflix. It's illegal. Obviously, Netflix would say no, like obviously, but let's just say the CEO of Netflix would have agreed. It would be illegal to do so because you're buying out the competition. You can't just buy out your rival. But of course, there are legal loopholes to go around it. So, sorry, that was just my point.
I just believe that maybe in the next 30, 40 years, there will be some means so that one application will involve all of these corporations, if you get me.
Some real cyberpunk shit. Like you said.
Yeah, it'll be like one corp to rule them all kind of business. You know, like one app will control our entertainment.
But there'll always be another one. There'll always be like the Japanese, and then like these guys and that guys, you know.
Do you think so in 50, 60... bear in mind, this is past our generation.
Yeah, but...
This will be like new age technology.
Yeah, but people always want to be richer. People always want to be more competition. Think about it, like... Think about kings back in the day, and the empires, and all these huge countries, and think about the British Empire, and how it collapsed. And, I don't know. Think about all these
Think about technological empires, you know, like... Do we honestly think the likes of Netflix will be able to last it? Like, I know it's going to be a staple in our generation, but I don't think it's going to be a staple in the next. I don't think the likes of Prime and Now TV and Hulu, Apple TV,
Amazon can stay around forever. All you have to do is not.
There's a reason I didn't say Amazon. There's a reason.
You said Prime. You said Prime.
As in Prime, Prime by itself. Do we think Prime's going to last? Amazon is obviously going to last.
Well, it will last by proxy because Amazon will last.
But I feel like it's just...
You're wrong.
No. Hold on a minute. Let me finish my story.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I do and genuinely believe that it's going to come to the stage where it's just going to be...
In our
if
lifetime,
you want your entertainment...
In our lifetime.
The end of our lifetime.
But at some point in our lifetime.
When we're 80 and 19, you know, we're in the nursing home,
mm-hmm.
I see there being one application... and one application only.
See, I don't think so. I think there'll always be
and that
rivals.
will control our media content.
I think
that's just the way it's gone. That's just the way it's gone with big time.
Someone always wants to get more money. They always want to be someone else. Like, no one wants to be under one person, you know.
But do you not think a corporation could get so big that it's literally impossible to ignore?
Yeah, I guess we haven't experienced that. Or I guess we don't
bear in mind we're experiencing free market. If you go to the likes of North Korea, it's the exact same business there. Exact same idea which I'm talking about right now.
Do we live in North Korea?
We don't live in North Korea because they're like a state governed society. They are a state governed society, but I feel like it.
Is it all state governed society? Are we all not state governed societies?
State governed society.
Yes.
No, we're not a state governed society. Would be
society
like it's like I think that's two major differences. A state governed society.
You don't have to. We don't have
free.
to. Yeah, you don't have to convince me.
We don't want to get into this on a TV podcast.
20 past midnight on a Thursday.
We're getting into real crackpot things here, folks.
We're
Real crackpot,
apparently
real wacky
with
ideas.
apparently 2 viewers watching us, but also a lot of fake bots. I think. If anyone in the chat is real and has not followed, please follow right now, so I'll know you're not a bot. You goddamn bots.
Anyone follow?
No,
Oh damn it!
I told you not bots.
The bots won't mind if we ramble on.
The only person in our chat,
This,
the only person in our chat is saying she's a bot, but we know she's not a bot. She's just trying to fit in with all the other bots. It's funny because all the bots are women.
go watch Emily in Paris real quick. Go
funny.
follow all the instructions, please.
It's funny because all the bots are. It's like it's an image of just a good-looking woman, and it's like Alexis the Nexus, Alice DeRay, or like it's just some woman, like Anana Banana, and
we got women watching it.
we obviously don't. There's something called
we got women.
The only person that I could think is real is this guy called Alien Gathering who's watching us, but I also don't think he's real. But this guy is someone, and he streamed once in his life. This is the only guy I think is real. So if you're a real dude, I think you're just a memer. For 16,000 followers, what the fuck? Holy shit. It's because it's King. Yeah, we might have a guy watching this, but probably just a bunch of bots. So, hello bots.
Yeah, it's probably a stream bot.
Yeah, hello bots.
So the guy just goes on for low viewing pods, just
hello,
you
bots.
know, just has a bot to sit there. If you get me.
Nice to see you again, bots. Hopefully we see you bots next time we stream. I think it was well, what time is it? Yeah, I think it's time to call it, no?
Yep, I think that has been it for us, folks.
Thank you everyone for watching, bots or no bots, we appreciate it all. Make sure to follow, subscribe on both YouTube and Twitch. Literally every single one helps. I mean, one follow increases our following by 10%. So
That is very true.
and one subscribe increases it by 20% or so. So it's all felt and appreciated. And yeah, tune in next week when we will have another episode. And yeah, thank you very much, and bye bye.